Okay, everybody, welcome to session 5. This is session 6, actually. We missed last week, so I'm glad you all are here. I have also our faculties at Soran University. Mamustar is here. He's going to give us quick updates on what's happening next 2 weeks, because I have some updates and we have a great lesson about your next step to developing your career, which is your professional resume, online presence, and we have a lot of things coming up. Mamustar, come in. Welcome from Kurdistan right now. How are you today?
So hi from the mountains of Kurdistan. The mountains of Kurdistan are saying hi to you because as you are from this area, and I hope everyone is doing great. You wanted me to know. You wanted me to let you know about update you about the next 2 weeks. We have so many plans actually at Soran University. As CDC, we're organizing a student conference. We're helping, not entirely as, it is not entirely as, we're helping them, and we're getting ready for the internship. Like it is a summer program, like our students, third year students go to work, so they practice what they know, they practice what they learn from their classes. And next week on Sunday, we have a student debate. It is the title of the debate is using social media as like digital platforms, good, good or bad for children. How does it affect us? And we have two groups of people who strongly agree with it, who strongly disagree with it. And then after that, we are holding, like, we are organizing about a Kurdish cultural festival on May 15th, and it is gonna, I think it's gonna last for 2 days, and it's all about the area, the Saran area, because it is, as you know, like it is an intersection between cultures, like Iranian culture, Kurdish culture, Turkish culture. So it is all gotta be about music, dancing, cinema, you know, poetry, things like that. And thank you so much for giving me the chance to talk about, update you about our plans.
Wonderful. Thank you, my friend. You are doing fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so
Believe it
much.
or not.
And I forgot to tell you, we're gonna use the students from this class to participate in that like event, because we want our students to know about business and what they study. It is like they can practice what they already know, and they can learn about their mistakes.
Great job. Thank you for organizing this. I believe probably in the whole of Middle East, this is the only university that provides such an opportunity, not only to get connected for experts abroad, but also has events inside, at home, to bring everybody together. So I'm looking forward to all of you helping out Mamustakawa with, well, debate. You can help out. You can listen and you can learn a lot. It's interesting topic. He just had a reminder, if I am talking too fast or if you don't understand, just put a comment, slow down, and I will slow down. I want to make sure that everybody understands what
I think there is something wrong with Mr. Arif's internet. So guys,
Yes.
yeah, I hope you're all doing great. Farhad, I have already told Mr. Arif that he speaks fast for your level of competence. So guys, please, if you have any question, if you don't understand anything, like raise your hands, jump in, and ask your questions and elaborate. Just don't sit idle, do nothing, you know, guys?
Yeah, of course, that there's no need to shame.
Exactly. Thank you for coming, Ms. Narin. How are you?
Hello, Mustakawa. Hello, everybody.
Thank you for coming today.
Hello, Ms. Naren, welcome.
Hello,
Welcome
Mr.
to the
Muhammad.
session.
Thank you so much.
Actually, I have a question. I don't know this Dylan. She has never ever opened her camera. So please, Dylan, Farhad, Dadwar, who else?
I
Open your
don't know her
cameras.
either.
Maybe I haven't opened my camera, but you heard my voice and I spoke.
Yeah, but
I guess we are not in the podcast. We are in the meeting, so you should, everybody should has to open their
I'm in
camera.
a corporate place, that's why I didn't open the camera.
yeah. No, like no pressure.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not because I'm shy or there's I have stress, but no, I'm not in a appropriate place. I mean that.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
What about Dadwar? 100 and thank you for opening your camera.
Yes, for sure. Actually, I tell you my place is not consistency because I'm right now. I'm in the shop. My brother is sick, and he can't stay in the shop, and it's a problem. I can.
Okay. I think Mr. Arif is back. Welcome back. We cannot hear you guys. Can you hear Mr.
No,
Arif?
No.
we cannot even hear you. Okay.
Sign
we understand,
language.
yeah, of his body language.
Yeah. Okay.
Mama Stakawa, like, I just have a very quick question.
Yeah.
Okay, Professor. You have mentioned about the student conference, like,
It is on May 9th.
In this Wednesday, I guess, this week. It's gonna be held by, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? Or
On
okay.
Tuesday.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Wednesday, but I think I might not be here in Saran, so I will go to Erbil because we have a meeting and we're getting organized or ready for like internship, like I mentioned.
Yeah. So that's why I ask it. I've been selected as a host panel. That I will managing one of the panel of our faculty, the faculty of law. So the question is here are where are the places that the student conference is gonna held in this week? I'm not quite sure. Like it's gonna be held within the university or in the outside of the university, because of last year, I mean the 80th student conference was held by in the
conference hall.
Yeah, the conference hall in the Saran. So
I think it's going to be the
sure.
same place because Saran University does not have a big place. So other than that hall, I think it is going to be in the same place. And because I'm going to make sure about with Raga and with everyone tomorrow, and we will talk about them. Talk about it because we want to be ready. Are you back, Mr. Arif?
I'm back. I apologize. It was a communications with technology. So I am back. Thank you, Muhammad, for keeping the conversation going, asking questions. Remember, Muhammad, this is particularly for you, since you're going to be the panel. The most interesting person in the room is the most interested person in the room. So ask more questions than give comments, okay? Ask provocative questions. Ask questions that are unique. You can Google them, you can find them, you can write them. Okay.
Exactly. Right.
Be aware of the topic, research both sides, good, bad, both the bad. So when they talk to you, you can ask them questions that are deeper. All right.
Yes.
So wonderful. And Mama Stakova, again, as I was mentioning, we have a Kurdish festival in the city of Toronto 15 times, and we're gonna have all of that venue. So I'm hoping to get some good footage so we can duplicate it, so we can copy you. We don't have.
Of course. I wish we were closer so we can just come out and help you guys. Because I know
Inshallah.
like yeah.
Inshallah, in September, we will, when everybody is ready to go back to school, we will organize, we will have hopefully event, live event right there for everybody else, new students who come and join Soran University.
Of course, because it is our first time and it is a bit hectic. Like it is a little bit like confusing because that is our first time and we're gonna we are so in a hurry. We want to get things done, but inshallah it is gonna be held next year, this coming semester, I mean, in November or December, something like very close, not very late. May is late and everybody is they're all busy with their finals, with their last year projects. So it is a big hectic for us. And a lot of people comment on what we are doing, but nothing stops us.
So you, my friend, are in the process with this group of students in the process of creativity. Yani afarinish. Okay, you are doing something that has never been done before, because there has never been a Soran University, there has never been international debate, there has never been such thing. So it is messy. It's going to get even messier. You may have technical problems. You may have people telling you, oh, this is no good, or don't do it, or this and that. You keep moving in the direction of this community building, because we know it works. You bring all this class together, take some group effort to make it organized, and you will learn a lot from this. You will learn by the process of experience again. And that experience that's happening in Soran University, it's happening in Toronto University. It's happening in London University. Do you know that duplication is the key? It's all there. All you need to do is find out what other people are doing, and you even make it better, because we have culture, we have food, we have music, we have lots of other varieties of things. Good? Okay, so everybody, by now, we have spent 4 weeks together. Everybody should know their top 3 things they want to do. Graduation is number 1. Everybody, May 15, after that, we'll go into the next phase, because this is the vision you have of yourself. Your vision started when you registered in the school to one day graduate with honors. Today is that day. It's coming. Next is you have to have a strategy. So what happens May 16th when it's over, when it's finished, right? Strategy. What happens with strategy is you need to design a plan. That plan will include few very important ingredients, because you're graduating, you're going into the society to work, to use your expertise, you use your knowledge. Number 1, having a professional resume. Whether you work here, Kurdistan, America, UK, wherever you want, you need to have a professional resume. And some people even have a job creating professional resume. They will charge you $100, $200, $500, depending on your expertise. We have this framework for your resume. All you need to do is really copy and paste and adjust to your experiences. Mama Stakova is going to send it to you. I also have a sample. So just copy paste. You don't need to do a lot of things. The design, the structure, the frame is there. You just put copy, paste, and you may even use some of the words that I use. Like always being positive, you know, quick learner, person that likes new environments, words that are eye-catching. Yes? Next, one is on paper. You need to show your potential employer who you are on paper. Next, you need to show them who you are online. Online for professionals happens on LinkedIn. That's why I send you LinkedIn resources. So I want to be able to see everybody has a professional LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn starts to put your experience in a sequential, in order, 1, 2, 3, 4, the beginning to now and to the future. So every year you can update. It's like update your resume, Hendra. Every time you have something new happen to you, you go up and update it. So every year, my goal, my dream, my vision for this class is to upgrade the resume, upgrade LinkedIn, upgrade your status, upgrade your job, get a better job. You shouldn't go there just to get a job. You should go there to learn as much as you can, to use that to become a resource. Yes or yes? So, in 1 year, the next coming year, from May 15 to May 15, 2024 is critical for every person in this class. Usra, you're starting your first year as a professional, right? 1 year as a professional, see what's gonna happen by next year. You need to keep upgrading, learning, growing, and doing a lot of things in your spare time, because now you're gonna have a job, you're gonna have family, and you have to have spare time. That spare time is the key for you to learn, to grow continuously. So I have a presentation from a couple of weeks ago we didn't share. I want to go through it because it has to do with your values and visions. Vision comes from values. The values that you have can create the vision into the future, because that's somebody you want to be, something you want to do. It is into the future. So let me go through, share my screen. And first I will find the document, because I had to reboot my technology. All right. We are here. So if you have any questions, today is a good day to start asking questions. And if you haven't spoken, I want to hear from you, but we're going to talk about your values. And what is values? People, Abraham Lincoln, this is what he said: people are just about as happy as they make up their minds to be. The values are the set of mindset that you have for anything. It's like a standard. You're not going to below this, no matter how many people tell you that this is no good, that was wrong, this is what you made. You always will go higher. You will never go below those values, because that really does not make a big difference what other people say, but it does if you stick to your values, to your standards, to your education. So now is the time to put all your experience, everything that you have learned in the last 4 years, into the service of others. It is now the time for you to shine, to go and participate in this cultural event your professors are putting together, all of the effort they're doing. It's time to have your professional voice heard. It's time to get some resumes in front of some potential hiring companies, and we're going to help you with that. So if I was going here, the action steps, what we're going to do next, I am giving you, all of you, a break until May 15th. After May 15th, we will be asking for the steps you took. But right now, the steps you're taking has included your graduation, which is really important. After graduation, we can talk about job search. But this week, the assignment is 1, resume. I want to see your resumes. If I told you to pull up your resume, let me see it. I want to be able to see, and you will be able to share if needed, because you need to have some feedback. So once you have your plan, you have execution. When you do something, you get feedback. Feedback is like breakfast for champions, because that's where you know where you did wrong, what you did right, how to go about it, to focus on the good and to forget and correct the bad. Feedback gives you that opportunity. Now, we come from a very ancient society with lots of great things like music, dance, foods, and all of the beautiful things. But some of our values that we discussed in previous sessions are old values. For example, what other people will think about me, how will they judge me, what they don't support me. This is, forget about it. This is you, 21st century, May 2023, with some new values that you will get in combination with your vision. Okay? Thinking about yourself 3 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years from now. Right? That's your vision and the values that you want to create along the way. From here to 2028, 5 years. What you want to have accomplished. Check, check, check. At least 3 major things. Some students want to travel abroad to, help with UN or contribution to society. Last week we had that. Some others want to get started in their own business. This is 3 to 5 years from now. I know the beginning is just getting a job. So you need to exchange some of the values that you have. The ultimate success, the value of ultimate success, your life, your satisfaction will come from the values that you give your life, that you want to create. See, there's only one business of life. The business of your life, Usra, is to create as many options as available as you can. If one employer is, not hiring you, have another one, have another one, have another one. If one job is no good, have many options. If one course is not good, have many courses. Have many connections with as many people as possible, because you get feedback and that will increase your value. That will increase what you stand for and how to go about getting it. The things that you need to avoid are very common in our society. 1, for the summer, I want everybody to have fun. 2, don't waste your time. Don't go to the cafes. Don't have too many coffees like me. And if you do, just drink it by yourself. Much better. Tastes better. If you want to go on a date, if you want to go outside, make it special. As a matter of fact, I am meeting some people later today. So I have made a special feast. I made dolma. I made all kinds of Kurdish food, because it's the first time they get to know Kurdish culture. They met Kurdish person for the very first time. How do I introduce my values? Number 1, I am kind, I'm smiling. Number 2, I have my food, representing my country. Number three, I have traditions. I have other things that I will showcase for them. Those are my values. If you want to hang out with me, here is my standard. Every one of you should have those standards set for yourself based on where you are. And no matter where you are, you got to grow exactly where you planted. If you're in Soran University, you got to be the best. If you're in Arbil, go be the best. If you're in Toronto, go be the best. Anywhere in the world that you are, you got to have your values to represent the best version of yourself. You do this for 1 year, Usra. You are so precious right now. You have so much potential. There's a person inside Usra you don't know right now. You see the face, but the person, the potential that is going to come out in 1 year after following this course will exactly be shown to you, because that's like compound interest. You heard about this compound interest? If you double a penny, one single penny, I don't have a penny here, you double it every day, in 30 days, you will have $1 million. Did you know that? And your personality and your values are exactly the same. You start right now, and every 90 days, you upgrade your values. You increase your value. You, Kava, becomes so valuable to Soran University, they can never fire him. They can never tell him we don't need you. Why? Because you bring value that nobody else does. You have things, commitments, things that you do that are helping grow the university. And how do you do that? Through living a positive life. I, so far, have never seen a successful person who is negative. I come to Iraq, I go to Iran, I go to Turkey, I go everywhere that I see. And mostly when I go see these people, mostly they're rich people because they're business people. I have yet to see a negative person. Why? Because negative people repels people. Their values are low. They're too busy thinking about their problems. Oh my God, I don't have money. I don't have support. I don't have any connections. How am I going to get? I don't have party. I don't have party bazi. I don't have all of those things. How am I going to get it? This is like a spiral that will chew you up, that will weaken you, that will make you uglier, that will affect every piece of your being. The opposite, flip side, you stay positive. All the doors that you want to open on you, it will open to you. I give you examples. Real life. This is really important. I have just been in Canada for 1 year. I spent 2 years in the Middle East. This is my first year. May, I came back. I was able to work with top technology company for college. It's called Trios College for the last 9 months. I was able to work with top university in Kurdistan, Soran University. Here we are. Don't underestimate yourself. Overestimate yourself. There's nobody else. There's nowhere in this Kurdistan that you're sitting in something like this is happening, because it's happening now. It's happening May 9th. It's happening May 15, and it will continue to happening as long as you keep participating with a positive, great attitude. Now, my action steps, this is almost sounds like children's game. It's almost like ridiculous. This is so funny. Most people won't take it seriously. You may not take it seriously, but hereby I contract with myself that I, Arif Gilany, take full and personal responsibility for doing whatever it takes to complete the action steps I have agreed upon with my coach. Usra, we have agreed that you will get a job. We agreed that you have great research you're completing. You will graduate within the next 2 weeks, and we're going to have a plan for the next 90 days. This contract, not between you, me, or Kawa, it's between you and yourself. Why? Because you need to hold yourself accountable. Nobody does. You know, once you go to school and you graduate, your parents can't tell you. Probably they wouldn't be able, or they wouldn't even tell you what to do because their knowledge level is here and you are here. You educated yourself. They go traditional. They go based on old customs and habits and things that we have been. Now you came and you put 4 years in and you learned something new that you know and they don't. You should take advice. They all love you and care for you. But the ultimate advice comes from you when you look yourself in the mirror and find out exactly what your values are. This is really important, to believe in yourself, to have your own values. Now I'm going to read you a poem here, Meanings. And I want you to interpret it for yourself, because every person has different translation of poetry. Again, it's one of my favorite. And you said you have a contest, even poetry reading in your event, and we want to make sure that I have included that in here too, because there's so many lonely Kurds sitting in their homes. They have a pen and paper and they start to write. Poetry comes out of loneliness. It comes out of creativity. It's one of the beginning of creativity is poetry. Because you're trying to see, does anybody ever feel like this? Oh, did anybody ever fell in love like this? Did anybody ever lose someone they loved, or a family member? Or does anybody feel this much pain? I will put it on paper and see. You're trying to express yourself. So meanings, standing for what you believe in. I believe that the Kurdistan region has the potential to change the Middle East for the better. I believe it. Regardless of what the odds against you are. I know you have odds. I know you're surrounded by enemies and by, bad wishers, but I believe. The pressures, the tears and resistance, and that's the meaning of courage. To be able to stand, even though you feel fear, even you're scared, even if you have no resources, but you're still doing it. Keep a smile on your face. I can't emphasize this. I see people. Today, I had a great experience, Mustakawa. At least 5,000 people were running on Young Street. And I took some videos, I posted it. And I sat on the edge of Young Street and I did my morning workout and I did 1 hour. Everybody passed by, they loved it. They were just smiling. Why? Because smiles are contagious. People like to see you happy. When I see you happy, I become happy. Simple as that. It's very, very common human theme. We all want to see our loved ones, people that we have, happy. And stopping in nothing because you made up your mind. I will let you read this, but please do read this for yourself. The words you don't understand, highlight it, translate it. Make sure you understand the sentences. And if there's any questions, you can always contact your faculty. You can contact me to be able to break it down for you. So this is happiness is what? Happiness is a number of things. What gives me happiness is helping you, helping a friend, helping a friend in need. No matter what time or effort it goes into, I am here to help you. And I want you to be helped to somebody else. You know how we build a community, my friends? With one kawa. Connect with one Narifan. Connect with one Arif. Connect with one Usra. Connect with one Muhammad. Connect with one Hendren. Connect with one Farhad. Now we all understand each other. We're all in the same mindset. What is that mindset? Positivity. And in the end, I will share with you how to stop negative thoughts from entering your mind and helping you make them into positive. How do you do that? A very simple formula. I can't. Every time the word I can't, not one, nashim, paranya, flanya, all of these, every time you think it, you reverse it. I never think about I can't. There's nothing I cannot do if I put my mind to it. There's nothing you cannot do if you put your mind to it. You understand this. This is very simple, but it's very deep. You need to talk to yourself more than you need to talk to anybody. Why? Because one, you cannot lie to yourself, right? You can always be your best advisor, and you surround yourself with other like-minded people, and you stop at absolutely nothing. You get the resources, you get the plan, you get the strategy, you get the feedback from your professors, from your teachers, and you go out in the workplace, you get feedback from your bosses, from your ministers, from your government, from everybody. Everybody wants to tell you what to do. So shouldn't you know what to do? Should you not in advance decide what you want to do? That is the ultimate freedom. To do what you want to do, when you want to do, with who you want to do. That's freedom. Anybody ask you what is freedom? It is what to do, what you want to do, with who you want to do, and whenever you want to do it. It's very simple formula. These words, go ahead.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for interrupting you. Thank you for this wonderful explanation. I want to ask you a question. We are talking about our resumes, right? Our CVs, personal document that's written, like that describes our past experiences and the soft skills we have, right? How do you relate? I think I know, like, it is very important, like, that we have values and we are positive. And how do you relate these two things together, like, to each other?
Very well.
That's my question.
Excellent question. Again, as usual, in relation to your resume, values and positivity, how do they relate? And how do I show it in my resume? Every word you use on your resume registers something on the person that reads it in a different way. They can tell, especially those who are in the hiring position, they can tell pretty much who you are based on your resume. I have not made a resume for my daughter, who is probably Yusra's age. She came from school 3 days ago. 3. I brought her back Sunday. Monday, she had her resume. Tuesday, she got a job. How? How do values translate? How do positivities translate into getting a job? Because your resume picked up personally, go there, talk to the manager. I'm here, I'm a student, I'm studying psychology. I like to have a summer job to work next 4 months. Are you looking for anybody? Nice, positive, good smile. Let me see your resume, your values. work with children, participated in the volleyball team. Very committed. These are values, okay? And these are positive values. She worked with kids since she was in school. She volunteered, like you will volunteer. I would put this down on my resume, on the achievement below. Achievements. Participated in the Kurdish Soran University Festival. Organized the music. Conducted debate. Those are achievements that add positive notes at the end of your resume. So these are practical things, but the words in answering your question, Mustakawa, the words that you use on your resume have very powerful meanings. And it has to be almost like a clockwork. Everything has to line up. Everything has to be organized. Again, I am not the detailed person. I'm really not good with very detail, but I took a lot of time, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times until I perfected my resume, my profile. Does that make sense? Every time you read a resume, you are getting somebody's past history. They're showing you who they are and what they can do for you, most importantly. So some of the futuristic things that I tell you about, having a vision, having strategy, having a plan, will be shown in your resume. Committed person, lifelong learner. These are good words on your resume. Lifelong learner. That means the guy is coming here. Kawa is not coming here, posting and just giving money monthly. He's coming here to learn. And who's going to teach it? I am. The university is teaching you right now. The boss will be teaching you. The government will be teaching you. They want you to learn what they teach you, because that's where the money is coming from, right? So all of these values that we create, again, the sample of resume will be sent to all of you. I want to see your own words. I want to see your own, basically, preferences. Mamustaka, if you don't have it, I will send it to you right after this. And the resources we gave you, all of the resources that you get, the free online resources, put some time, take 2 hours a week, do research like Usra is doing, right? How many hours do you research, my friend? Tell me, how many hours have you researched so far for your final exam? Usra, are you able to unmute?
Yes, sir. We have rested at the college about half hour. We discussed that time with our supervisor, and there's a specific day we have a meeting with our supervisor, and at home sometime half hour. If there is something to research about it, there will be 2 hours that time.
So all this research is for your final project, am I correct?
Yeah.
Imagine. So this is for your graduate and final project, and you can use that final project to get your first job.
Exactly.
You can show a professional portfolio of yourself. I did this in 2001. I was graduating from 2001 class. We did a final project, 3 awards. We got the first award because we did marketing. My specialty was marketing. There was 5 of us. One was doing the marketing, one was doing internet, was new back then. One was doing accounts. Everybody has a different role. And when we came together, we were able to present a final project that won the award. I used that to get my first job at FedEx right out of college. So you can do that. You can put your final project on your resume as recent as now and get your first job because you just participated and you succeeded. Sounds good?
Yeah.
So wonderful research, and your job is really to do a great job with your final exam paper, final research papers.
So,
Thank
sir,
you.
okay.
Yes, we have 5 minutes. Let's do some Q&A. Thank you, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, so like I wanted you to advise our students, because as they're all new, what is best for them like at this stage? As you know, like they don't have experience, professional experience, most of them actually. So how as a student can they have a good resume,
Very
and what to
excellent.
write, yeah, what to not write down on
That's-
their resumes?
So when you're new, you don't have experience, but you have a lot of knowledge. You come from all this 4 years of learning, and you're saying, I am here, but you don't have any experience. So how do you go about that? You can show examples in your past, especially in the interview, for example, using your final project. You know, Isra had a really good final project. She was recognized, graduated. You could put that as a highlight of your past. Or you can add community, volunteering, and debate conducting. The more you get involved in your school right now, the more things you can have on your resume. I help organize online course with my professor, Mama Sakara. I help conduct the session on May 15th. I helped organize what? The Kurdish festival, the first Kurdish festival. You know, there's a first, but it's not your first. It was your first now because now it's becoming your second, because using that as history. Does that answer? So the more things you do right now, the more you get involved right now, or some of the things you have done in the past, you can still use. They're not looking to see all the facts and numbers. They're looking to see your past history, but your learnability. Because any job you start, you're not going to be knowing everything. Every job you start, for the first 90 days, you're in the process of really learning everything. You're going into a new course again. If you can perform in those 90 days, you can get stay, you can get promotions, you can get a lot of jobs. I have had 1, 2, 3, 4 major companies that I work for, because I had this 90-day plan right here. Every single one of them, I got an award. Some of them are hanging out right here. First, FedEx. Second, Primerica. Third, Visalis. These are companies I work for. Camel Company. So when I got to the Camel Company, because it was my company, I couldn't get promotions. What I did, I used past experience. Okay, I will do the same process here. I will not stop for 90 days until I see some results, right? So you can use your volunteer, even some information that you have done in your community, in your village, in Diana, in anywhere that you've done some work with other people. 1, people skills. They're looking for people skill. 2, they're looking for knowledge. You got it in the university. 3, they're looking for organizational skill. How organized are you? How can you control your time? How can you control your mind? How can there be such chaos around you, but you're still relaxed? It's called confidence. How do you develop confidence? All of these courses that you take, all of this knowledge that you have over the last 4 years should be a great source of confidence. All the stories that you heard, all the lessons that you learned should give you good confidence. All the experiences in travel, like Muhammad mentioned a couple of times, he's been to France. What a great opportunity. Hey, you know, abroad, traveled abroad. I did this, I did that. Even in your own community. Let's say there was a flood, which was last year. Half of Soran was in the flood. I helped restore order after the flood. So you can do all other things that are not related to your study, to your job, but to show your personality, that you are the person they are looking for. I will send you word for word how to answer any question on an interview, okay? I will send that to Mamuslakawa. This is English man. He has been helping thousands of people, maybe millions. When I first applied for this university that I work with here, I watched his interview 3 times. I remembered what he said because I didn't have the words, but it's all practiced. Same question. There's only a handful, 5, 6, 7 questions in any interview. And you can have a formula for every one of them, whether the companies are hiring, are UN, in Dubai, in Iraq, in Baghdad, anywhere, or in Erbil. There's only 5 to 6 questions they ask on any interview. But they're pulling knowledge out of you to see who you are. The hiring people go through the same classes. They go through how to look, a little bit of psychology, how to hire, who to hire, how to trust. Because to hire somebody in a company, it's going to cost that company money, resources, people, things like this. So it's, in order to save that, they become really good at the hiring process. It's a process. They look at your resume, they decide yes, no. They go through the interview, they think yes, no, confirmation of what happened. And when they give you a chance, you only have 90 days to prove that they made the right decision. So one of the things that I say in the interview, when I am going for the interview, you have not been into interview yet, but if it's my boss, Kava is my boss, I say, sir, my job here is to make your job easier. You will tell me what to do so you have an easier job. You don't think he likes that? Yes, he will like it, and anybody will like it. I want to have an easy job. You want to help me have an easy job? I'll hire you, right? So there are certain things that we can discuss later on in the future, but having that mindset, always your mind should be a big question mark. Always question things. I'm not trying to make you a doubting Thomas, they call it, doubting Thomas. That means, they doubt everything, doubting Thomas. I'm not trying to make you that, but I'm trying to make you very curious about every person, everything, every subject. Just be a good student. Last week we talked about being a student. And anything you have done so far in your life, you right now, because you're graduating, you should do the very best you can. Nusra, I'm looking forward to the best report, research that you've ever done, right? This is your moment. This is the time you can show who you are. Express yourself, your commitment, your knowledge, your experience, your connections. All right? So that's what you can do. It's all a mindset. And that mindset starts with feeling that you are valuable, you are here to make a contribution, you are a very important person. Guess what? You are the most important person in the world. I prove it to you. Why? Why? Because only in your life you have the main character. You're the main person in your life. That's your world. It's not the world outside. Once you master the inner world of yourself, then you get noticed by other people. So you are very important, valuable people, and I wish you all a great night's sleep. When you close your eyes, don't forget, and I told you this many times, for 3, 4, 5 minutes. Think about yourself next year, 2 years from now, 5 years from now. 5 is pretty ideal because I remember 2017. Yeah, I was in Mongolia. I remember that, but I wanted to be somebody in 2023, even COVID, even everything else. I wanted to contribute to my country, my community. I wanted to be the voice of Kurds. I wasn't, but I wanted to be. Today, I am the public relation with the Kurdish House. I am working with students in Soran University. I have great career. I have a lot of things because I was able to visualize myself ahead of my time. Okay, it's almost like a time travel. You have to time travel from now to the future. And the person you see in that future is the person that you will act like today, starting tomorrow for you. Tonight is over. See yourself as 5 years from now. Muhammad, when we're young, we have a lot of energy. We want to express. I want to see Muhammad who is relaxed, who's calm, who's asking better questions, asking many important questions. All right, everybody. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you took something important today. The most important thing I can tell you is be professional. Don't be like everybody. Just do it better. And don't worry about what people say about you. You think my family doesn't tell me things? I have 7 sisters. Imagine how much I have to answer all these women. What are you doing? They think I'm crazy, and I am, because I'm not thinking the same things as they are. I'm not worried about the same things as they are. My life is different than they are. I'm not saying I'm better. I'm just saying it's different. All right? Your life should be different, not better than anybody, but different than everybody. Thank you, guys. Have a great week. Next week, we have a lot of events happening. We have 9th, the debate. I want to see some videos of that. Muhammad, if you go into the debate, when they're talking, they're heated, make some clips. Let me see what's in their mind about technology, because there's good and there's bad. And for the 15th, we have 10 days. You have 10 days. Our festival is in September, so we have few months, but you have only few days. So get in touch with your professors and start talking to the rest of us. Amina, Hendren, Nari Khan, you're here, everyone else. I am looking forward to hearing from you next week. So have a great week, so you have a lot of things to talk about. Thank you.
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yes.
We still
Next
have
week,
Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes. I'm making that commitment. You keep reminding me. All right. Muhammad, you have your hand up, asking good questions.
Well, Professor, there's no question, but I just really wanted to thank you for your very well presentation, and thanks for your permanent supporting us, and you're really encouraging us. You know, it looks, you know, a different, and this class was very amazing, different than the other classes. So thank you for your contribution and sharing your energy and with us, that you are very energetic people, and you know that I'm sure that we will be better, and we will for sure 100% that's gonna, you know, following of your rules, following of your advices. We will gonna see ourselves, I mean, in the next 2 years, or maybe less than 2 years, you know, in the very high top mountains, as you have mentioned, you know, constantly. So I thank you so much for your presentation and your class. I really enjoyed, by the way.
My pleasure. And I really love this class. And I believe 100% every person in this class will have an abundant life, will have a successful life, will do amazing things that nobody in the history of your family has ever done. Because you're here, we're all together. I'm setting the same standard for myself. I want to do something that nobody in my family's ever done. You should send the same values and standards. Usra, Muhammad, Narin, Hindran, Dadwar, and Amina. Have a great evening. Have a good night's sleep. Don't forget, 2-minute more night routine. Close your eyes. Think about who you are in the future. Think about the suit you're wearing. Think about the woman that's holding your hand or man that's holding your hand. Think about all the great things that are waiting for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Have a
My
good one.